So if you remember the actress Anne Heche, in, I don't know, it's been a while since I've seen her in anything, but she recently spoke out regarding her being blacklisted in Hollywood, and she blames the short-lived love affair that she had with Ellen DeGeneres, which was from 1997 to 2000. So she did an interview with Page Six, and she was recalling her experience dating Ellen and saying that she felt like patient zero in cancel culture. And she says, it wasn't a long-term love affair. This was a moment in my life when I was given the glory of being able to stand up for what I believe in and have since I was a kid. So she was on the red carpet. She brought Ellen DeGeneres with her to the premiere of the 97 film Volcano. And she, explained that the decision was about living in loving kindness. But she also quickly faced intense scrutiny, she says, and homophobia due to the same-sex relationship. She says, I didn't do a studio picture for 10 years. I was fired from a $10 million picture deal and did not see the light of day in a studio picture. She claims of the fallout from their very public relationship. And she also added that the studio behind one of the films she was in talks to star in, it was a big budget romantic comedy, 6 Days, 7 Nights with Harrison Ford. They suddenly didn't want to have her in the role anymore, but she said Harrison Ford fought for her to be in that role, and that's the only reason why it still happened for her. But I have questions. Was she really blacklisted from the industry, or did people see what she was doing as more of a stunt versus what was really real? Because if you think about it, Ellen was a comedian. She had a television show that the Ellen, it was, I believe, called Ellen. I never watched it, but she came out on the show, and not a lot of people were surprised. A lot of people aren't surprised when a lot of these industry people come out, so to speak, because a lot of people already either had their speculations about some people, whether that's cool or not to do and to judge people. I mean, it's just true. A lot of people have speculations about Luther Vandross. He never came out of the closet, and then many years later, after he passed away, Patti LaBelle outed him on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen. But for many, it was not a surprise. Most people believe that he was a gay man, but because of his career and because of the times, it wasn't something that he was able to do, because what he was doing was promoting his, love songs and everything to women. So it's like, we need women to see themselves being with Luther Vandross. It wouldn't have the same hit, the same effect if they felt like he was singing about a man. Just period. That's just the truth. So when Anne Heche, she didn't technically come out like Ellen did. It was seen more as she was making Ellen like a prop for her. They did a HBO, it wasn't a movie, but it was more like an HBO series, short series called If These Walls Could Talk. And it was about controversial situations. One of the situations was about abortion. One of them was about lesbian love, and Anne Heche and Ellen starred in it together, and I believe they directed and produced it together as well. So some may say that they didn't really see Anne Heche as a legitimate lesbian. Some people just kind of saw her as this was something that was cool to do, and you were just really doing it to prop up your career. So I don't know if she was really blacklisted in the industry versus people just not wanting anything to do with that, seeing as they saw it as a more of a stunt. But I don't know. I would love to know what you guys think about this, but I think she's definitely angry and a bit bitter, because to see, even though Ellen had some controversy last year surrounding her talk show, she has skyrocketed in her career since she was with Anne Heche from the late 90s up until now. Ellen is worth lots of millions of dollars. She's had the long running talk show, The Ellen Show. She's done a lot in the industry, whereas a lot of people don't even remember about Anne Heche anymore. So I do believe that Anne Heche is bitter, and I don't want to say, I'm never here to say how someone really feels, how they love, who they love, or anything like that. But for me, when I was seeing it back in the day, it didn't really seem legitimate that she was actually a lesbian. I mean, hey, maybe she bisexual, I don't know, but to me it really did seem a bit forced. It didn't seem authentic, and it did seem a bit opportunistic. I don't know if it was the same for Ellen as well, in terms of the, using it as an opportunity versus an actual legitimate relationship. But I mean, they stuck it out from 97 to 2000, and maybe it was a business arrangement in the background, but up front they were portraying it as a relationship. I don't know, but those are just my thoughts. I was interested in sharing it, and I really wanted to know what you guys thought about it. But I do believe that Anne Heche may have experienced some backlash in the industry, but I don't know if it was her being blacklisted because of the relationship she had with Ellen, versus it just was one of those things where it was, I don't really know if this is real. This girl's playing stunts and games, and we're not really here for it. So you guys let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And until the next time, I'm just being beautifully honest.